Hey guys, how's it going? This is Mr. Zungetsu 1997 here, and today this will be the first video in a series of tutorials on how to play Bakugan in Tabletop Simulator. This is going to be the first generation of Bakugan, not Generation 2 for Battle Planet or Generation 3. So I was the one that created this mod, I'm the one who set this up and everything like that. We've been working on this for quite a while. And so here we go. The first thing you want to do when looking for how to set this up and everything is you want to type in Bakugan Battle Brawlers TTS in your web browser. Now the first result in most cases might be this result here, which is the one we're looking for. If it's not, maybe type in Tabletop Simulator or Steam or whatever. But this is the link that you want. Currently we are on version 2.32. I'm currently working on some stuff at the moment, which will probably change the version, but that's the version we're currently on. You can also find this on the Steam webpage if you type this in the workshop and everything like that. But this is where you can find it most likely. So we click on that. Now it'll bring you to, like most workshop pages and everything like that, it'll bring you to the workshop page. Now, for some reason, and I do not know why, the mod has a subscribe button here. Most people don't realize that this is the button you need to press in order to download most mods for most games and everything like that, or workshop content. So once you click that, now I've already done this, I'm obviously in incognito mode, so I obviously don't have to download this right now. But you click that button, the mod will download, and when you open up Tabletop Simulator, it'll download. Now, of course, this also means that you require an actual copy of Tabletop Simulator. If you go to your Steam store, and if you've looked up Tabletop Simulator, right now, I think it is $30 Australian. So it's a relatively cheap game comparatively to AAA titles and everything like that. But, once you've downloaded this, you've bought this, you come to your landing page and everything like that, and you launch the game. There we go, play Tabletop Simulator. Now, I obviously spent quite a long time in this game, like 2,000 hours. It'll load up. When you first load up the game, there's a, obviously you have a join server button here and a create button here. When you click create, you can either create a single player game, so that's solo, so no one will be able to join you, a multiplayer game, so people can join you with a multiple different various settings, or a hot seat. I don't know what hot seat is. I never use hot seat, so I don't know how to describe that, but what we want to do is we click single player, and then we get to this landing page. Now, this is the base games for Tabletop Simulator. These are the downloadable content games they've been sold. The workshop is anything you subscribe to. So obviously, there's a whole bunch of games here. Save and load is obviously your own games that you've saved and everything like that where you can load a file. So for today, on the first loading, you want to click on this button here. It'll ask you if you want to load. You click load. Now this may take quite a while for you if you haven't actually loaded the map before. Obviously it's taking a little while for my computer, but it'll ask you if you want to open this URL. It doesn't really matter, it's just Google that I've got on this tablet down here. Once the loading is done, obviously it didn't take too long for me to load because, this is I already had all the files loaded. Then it'll bring up this map here, and everything has now been loaded. What I'll do is I'll go through the save, the map and everything like that, show you a few things around, some of the tools and stuff like that, and everything. So in this save, I've got all the tools you'll need to actually play the game. So you've got your calculator, you've got your dice here and everything like that, you've got your tokens and stuff. I'll go into more detail on these a bit later. So you've got dice, different kinds of reference cards that you'll need for later. I've included Bakugan launchers. This is a Bakumeter, which can be used as a bag, or can be used as a calculator. That's not really important right now. Your stay tokens, we'll be using those at certain points of the game. Your Doom card zone, so this doesn't really get used a whole lot, only in certain game modes. This right here is a instruction guide, more or less, on how to play. We won't be using this a whole lot during this videos and everything like that, because I'll be going over a lot of this stuff, and eventually I'm going to be remaking this. Just be more coherent and everything like that. This is a tournament and campaign guidelines, which will be updated. It's more along the lines of, if you're playing a tournament or campaign modes and everything, just a little bit of information. It's not important. Here we have the official frequently asked questions from actual Spin Master back in 2011. So there's lots of information that I actually found useful when making a lot of these rules and everything like that. A lot of that won't be covered in this video or anything. This is more or less just, how to get this loaded up into Tabletop Simulator and stuff that's inside the mod. So I've also included counters and stuff like that for credits, obviously for gameplay, campaign gameplay and stuff. So there are a total of, I think it's 10 seats for different colors. So in Tabletop Simulator, you have 10 colors that people can sit in. And there's also a game master seat and everything like that for people who want to organize events and everything like that. So I've made the possibility of having quite large games and everything. We've actually had a couple of 10-player games in the past and everything, which were really fun. And everything, but took quite a while to set up. So over here, this is the center of your game area. Usually we like to start placing our cards and stuff here. You don't have to, but you can. Obviously, that's the area that's recommended. Over here, there are various deck boxes and everything. So if you pull a deck box out and everything, you can store stuff in there. That's pretty useful. This is your Bakugan Baku clip. So you can store your Bakugan in there if you're not using them. Don't have to, of course. This is a spawner for launchers. So if you lose launcher or something like that, or if you want another one, you can pull them out of there. This is the same for the vacuum meters, more or less. Over here is where all the game pieces are. So all these different boxes and everything like that may be a little bit confusing at first. But basically, down here, you have starter decks, which have a very specific loadout in them. You don't really want to be using this during gameplay. It's only for, like, teaching purposes and early game stages and stuff. But each of these starter decks are designed to work well together. The only difference is the assorted starter deck. You'll get a random assortment of the different attribute cards and Bakugan and stuff like that in those. Then you've got Baku Solo and Baku Triad spawners. So they will spawn basically a booster or a 3 Bakugan starter pack with random cards and random Bakugan in them. Now, these boosters over here are different special treatments. I'll go more in depth in another video, but basically they have different effects for the actual Bakugan themselves. That's not really important right now. Up here we have different character decks. These are designed to be modeled after the end game decks for all the different characters in the original video game that was released on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and the Nintendo Wii. So I think Bakugan like Dual Dragon, not Dual Dragonoid, Delta Dragonoid, Dual Hydronoid, all of those end game Bakugan will be in these decks. And of course, a player deck that's based off of, my original 3 Bakugan that I had when I was a kid. Over here, we have a spawner for Special Attack Bakugan. I'll go more in depth, but basically they're special Bakugan that have different effects and different abilities and stuff like that, based off of ones on real life and some custom ones and everything like that. In here, you have some special cards that are associated with those that aren't in regular card packs. In here, you have card boosters, so I think in these packs, you have a higher chance of getting the attribute that's marked on these packs. So if you choose a Pyrus one, you'll get a higher chance of getting Pyrus-based cards, and they will have one of each type of card in them. The assorted one is a bit different. It still has one of each, but it's just a random assortment of one of each. In here, you have special reference cards for certain things like special treatments, special evolutions, stuff like that. They'll be in there. Custom skins, so if a Bakugan has, a different skin, like a Neo Dragonoid that has the Vexos skin or something like that, they'll be in there. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Special evolution Bakugan, so Bakugan like Ultimate Dragonoid and Silent Naga will be in there. Right now, there's only those 2 species in each attribute. There will be more later on when I do more work on the Destroyer, but that's all that's there for now. Now, a lot of people have asked me, oh, how do I build my own deck? Stuff like that. Where are all the different game pieces and stuff? That's in this box right here. So if we grab one of these boxes and pull it like you're pulling a card out of a deck. As you see, it has a description, contains most, if not all, game pieces in the mod. If you right click and click search, it has all the different boxes, like core Bakugan, special evolution, special attack, reference, Bakupel, flip, camo, custom skins, all this stuff, all the different decks of cards, so you have your different color cards and everything like that that are currently in the mod. We have demo support pieces, I'll go on those a bit later. But that's where you can find that, and a lot of people ask me, oh, how do I build my own deck? That is how you use, that's the best way to do that, and everything. So I think that's everything I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions or anything like that throughout, you can check out the Discord. The Discord is at discord.gg, and this is the link here. You can find this on in-game when you load up the server, or you can find this on our workshop page on Steam, and I believe I have this on the YouTube channel as well. So this is going to be uploaded to YouTube and everything like that. This is a very basic video on how to show you guys how to get this game installed and everything and get it loaded. Now, if I do an update for this game, every update, I'm going to recommend that you turn a couple of two features off when you're loading it, because some assets will change. So what you want to do is click your menu up here, click configuration, come down to mod caching, turn that off, see mod threading, turn that off, then load the save. So what that will do is it will purge any loaded files that you have of the game, it'll get rid of those, and it will load new data. And the reason for that being is that sometimes you have some files that are already loaded, and what it'll do, that will just clear out all those files that are already loaded, and it'll load brand new files. So that's how you can fix some of the issues where files aren't loading, because you already have too many files loaded in your cache. That's how you can fix that. That's the main issue that people have with this, because there's a lot of files that need to load. And that will solve that. Now, this, I think, will be the end of the video. I will see you guys next time, and I'll start showing you how to actually play the actual game. Cheers.